Who's it gonna be? All right, then. Deputy, would you please? I'm gonna need your details. You aren't going anywhere, and neither am I. Take the time and get this right. From what I hear, you ain't leaving us anytime soon. We're gonna need a fair record of you. Tell me everything except that you're innocent. I'd find that hard to believe. Quite a record we'll have on you. You're lucky you were caught, you know. The way the town feels about what happened, you were likely to be shot. It's a process, all right, but a necessary one. How you doing with that? Okay, then. Yep.
Silence is golden, mate. You know that. I see your comments there, Barry lad. Just can't be arsed with the headset, to be honest. Someone just woke up. Yeah, it's not bad. This customization, like, is it well? It's alright. What's the matter, like?
Okay, let's get a photograph.
Time for that mugshot.
Hold up your fingers. Okay.
Looks lost. It needs some new clobber. Didn't even really get onto his clobber, lad. Let's have a look. Share me thing to the chat there, buddy.
Jackson! Officer Jackson, move those prisoners!
Here we go.
Officer Benton! Kitchens ain't staffed!
He looks Mexican.
Officer Townsend, those rocks ain't gonna break that
It's fucking one of them, lads. You want to try and do it good, innit? Like, because you got to be stuck with that character, but
What are you looking at?
I couldn't really be arsed messing about when I start saying about ear size and all that shit. Well, fucking just go neutral and everything, mate.
You, you with the hammer, and you'll do.
Yeah, I
We need
am.
to perform a work detail out near Tumbleweed. Come on,
I'm
get
old
in.
as fuck.
Open the gate. Come on,
He's late, lad,
Milliken.
he's late.
Yeah.
Red Dead Online, finally.
I tell you what, old Jameson is a wretched, sour old bastard, and no mistake. You like to stay calm in there. You aren't saying nothing. Well, you are now. Shut up.
Probably ends up being a bit rusty on this. I haven't even been playing it for ages.
Significantly above her station. She's been
been
reading
on and off
too
that
many
fortnight.
goddamn books. Personally, I'm against education. Of women, I mean. And men, I guess. Unnecessary. Doesn't add much
The
to
amount
the
of
world.
times when we were playing the game and like it was always breaking people out of them wagons going past on the way to jail and that.
Good day, gentlemen. Oh,
That's me stuck in the back of
don't
them.
do anything stupid. Nobody gets shot. Act like fools, and the pair of you will be dead within a minute. Now, what are your names?
Jenkins and Milliken.
Well, Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Milliken, throw your guns to the ground and get on down here. That's it. Very glad to meet you. It's not worth being rash. You boys get paid a salary. You get that salary whether these people escape or not. Your wives presumably want you alive. Let them out. Now, please.
Okay. Okay.
Oh
You all
shit.
run away. Aside from you. Try to stay
Yeah,
out
that's
of
been
trouble.
doing us all well, lads,
This
since
is a
fucking
stroke of good
been
fortune
waiting
for
for
all
Red
of
Dead, innit?
you. Use it.
It's got us through.
Now, Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Milliken, be so kind as to quickly run away.
Need all of us to
before
get on
somebody
Red
gets
Dead now,
shot
lads.
entirely
It's gonna be a sick little
unnecessarily.
game on that, innit?
Go on, don't look back. Mr. Wendt, I believe it was $50 we agreed on.
It was.
Here's 50 each.
Each.
Yes. Now get out of here, both of you. My employer and I appreciate your professionalism.
All we did was stand there and look tough.
And you did it fantastically well. Good day, gentlemen. Now, sir, how about you pick up these guns and we move out? My mistress is waiting for us.
Tuesday is right,
Come
lad.
on. Then you better get on this horse. Just
Be decent, lad, when we're all
get to
on.
grips with the beast. Then we'll ride. Let's just hope no one shows up. It's not much of an animal, but we haven't got far to ride. Get on the horse there. Ready? Wonderful. I hope you'll forgive the secrecy. My employer particularly values discretion. My name is Mr. Horley, by the way. 6 months at Sisika Penitentiary, awaiting a hanging for a murder you did not commit. Must have felt a whole lot longer, my friend. You still seem strong, though. I mean, doesn't look like breaking all those rocks has left you entirely broken, in body or in spirit. I hope I am right about that. Rounding you folks up, and those sham trials, they were a disgrace. Made a mockery of the rule of law. Still can't quite believe they got away with it. There's others convicted when you were. Came out breathing fire. Maybe you're like that too. Guess we'll see. Or maybe you just want to put it all behind you, forget you were in there at all. That would be fine, of course, but you will listen to my mistress first. She spent a good sum getting you folks out. You owe her an audience, at least. She's just up here. There's the camp. Hit your horse. Been a while since you saw a hitching post, huh? This way. She's anxious to meet you. Madam, we're back.
Hello.
Batman and Wasp, lad.
Jessica the clerk, how do
Go
you
ahead,
do?
Barry, lad.
What did you tell
Enjoy
him?
your film, lad. Classic film, lad.
Nothing, as we discussed.
Never understood what the wasp bit in the title was about, though,
I do
because I've
hope
never
we
seen a
haven't
wasp in that film, man.
inconvenienced you dreadfully. But seeing as you were due to be hanged in a week, I'm sure you don't object too strongly. I know you're innocent. Well, not perhaps exactly innocent, but not guilty of what you were accused. I know you and those who were with you that died were little more than patsies, and that you were set up by one of 3 men or a woman, possibly by all of them. I can't be sure, but that is all I know so far.
And one of these people also made Mrs. Leclerc a widow.
And I will avenge my husband's death, so help me God. But I will not avenge it upon them who
Of
did
course,
not
yes.
cause it, or caused it
Why,
unwittingly.
why is it always in these games, our
Anyway,
characters are always
I'm
that
sure
small
this is
to
all
the
a
other
touch
characters?
confusing and melodramatic.
Should be able to pick your
Where
height.
are my manners? Horley, please show our guests to their tent and give them some fresh clothes to put on.
Very good, madam.
Then serve us both a little refreshment.
Certainly, madam. This way. You'll
This
find a
is my
change of
camp.
clothes in there, alongside a few other items you might need, a lasso, a knife, and a lantern, I believe.
I've got to buy a brush for the horse, don't I? on actually. Fucking cool. Needs warning. Exiting the wardrobe will finalize you and start and close. Are you sure you want to leave?
That looks more comfortable. Hawley,
Here, madam.
your very good health. I suppose it beats dying,
Mrs. Leclerc's husband was murdered by one of his business partners.
And I intend to find out which one. Or rather, I intend for you to find out. And kill them. You're the only person I could possibly trust to do whatever it takes. Because you and your accomplices, you're the only other victims of their lies still alive. You see, you walked into the town at approximately the same time my husband was shot in the back, but by another gun, firing different bullets to those you possessed when you were arrested. These bullets, this was their mistake. You were rounded up and sentenced to death, all because you came to town and didn't talk too much and seemed like you were nasty. Anyway, here they are. The people who run Blackwater. Mr. Jeremiah Shaw, banker, real estate speculator, and crook. Mr. Amos Lansing, ranch owner, speculator, and crook. Mrs. Grace Lansing, his wife, society patroness, lover of the arts, crook, and my former best friend. Teddy Brown, her disgraced brother, outlaw, wanted man, and still in contact with them. All I ask of you is your help in finding out quite what happened.
Mrs. Leclerc would like to help you get back on your feet. Get back to work.
Whatever your work may be, I don't judge. You want to rob? Rob. You want to save innocent folk? Do that as well. But you need me just as much as I need you. I think we all understand each other.
I hope we do.
Good. I look forward to rewarding you for killing those who made me a widow. My husband was a true believer in this country and in the West. He was killed for greed. Foul greed when there's quite enough for everybody. I don't care what your scruples are as to killing. I will take the full burden of that sin upon my shoulders. Goodbye, for now. Then Hawley, go introduce him to nice Mr. Cripps.
I think you'll like Cripps well enough. He's long past his prime, of course, but he hasn't gone entirely crazy just yet. And he will help you, better than most of his ilk. Cripps! Get up!
Hello, partner. Harley.
This is your new boss.
Oh, pleased to meet you, partner. J.B. Cripps at your service.
We'll pay to get your camp established. Mrs. Leclerc is a generous benefactor.
And, where are we headed?
Oh, sir. While Cripps is establishing your camp, perhaps you can go to the station and see the clerk, then head to see Clay Davies. He's a horse thief, and not a terribly nice one. Then meet Cripps back at your camp.
See you shortly, boss.
Good luck. I'm sure you're tired. Get this done and you can rest.
This is the sky now.
Hello. You must be Harley's friend. He's one of us. He said you also were a discouraged man. I'm very discouraged. Disappointed Alden, that's me. Anyway, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I find your reticence charming. Real charming. By the way, I heard you might want to earn a little money. Well, some gentlemen have been robbing our stages, and they are not part of the club, if you catch my meaning. If you can make them go away, I'm sure they will have something of interest to you. They're up near Gap Tooth Ridge. See what you can do, okay? Here, by the way, a catalog. The latest issue. Just came into this armpit from a land more civilized. And if all works out, well, my colleagues and I move around these stations as needed. And all of us are very discouraged. We will all help a fellow sufferer with pertinent information. Good afternoon, sir.
Take this. The map. Just be kind. Don't kill me, please.
I'll leave it there, Scransy, you know.